Hello there, welcome to Magping, the TechNights channel, empowering you through tech education. In this channel you're going to learn about all the basics of computer and everything to do with computing, all the basics. So this channel is very beginner friendly and welcome to explore, give insights through commenting. Who is this channel for? This channel is for absolute beginners, those who are new to computers, those who are interested in computers, those who don't know anything to do with computers. I'll take you from the very basics, from the definition of computers to everything in between, up to a point you'll be able to use computer applications and also even make computer applications by yourselves. How interesting is that? So whether you're just curious on how computers work, you are just new to computing and you want to have more insight on the basics of, on the very basics of, or the foundational or gain foundational knowledge of computing, here is the place. Or even you are a Kenyan student, grade 7 students, grade 8 student, grade 9 student or grade 10 student in the Kenyan 844 Form 1 syllabus or CBC grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This content is mostly appropriate for you or your even if you have a sister, a brother, an uncle, a friend, a nephew, a niece who is interested in tech, wants to know the basics and want to build on that foundational knowledge up to the point where he or she will be able to build his or her own applications. This is the place to go. I'll take you through the step-by-step basis. We'll make those baby steps until the time you'll be able to run. So here are just a few things or an overview of what the channel will cover. For now, the scope of coverage may increase, but for now the scope is very limited to what I'm going to show you here. Let's explore. Course outline. We'll cover introduction to computers, computer systems, operating systems, Microsoft Office Suite, Word, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Publisher, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Access Database, number systems, introduction to programming using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You also have a look at Python, and finally OOP using C++. Under introduction to computers, we'll cover definition of a computer, basic functions of a computer, that is input, process, output and storage. Types of computers, we have desktop, laptop, tablet, server computers and such like machines. Under computer systems, we'll cover the hardware components, that is the CPU, the RAM, storage devices, peripheral devices. We also cover softwares, both system software and application software. Under operating systems, we'll cover the definition and role of an OS. Popular operating systems such as Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Side note, please note that Linux is not an operating system on its own, it's just a kernel. We'll discover that, debunk that myth as we discuss more about operating systems. User interface and file management. Lastly, we'll cover user interface and file management, HCI, human computer interaction, file management in different types of operating systems. Then we'll move to computer applications, also known as packages. Some people did packages after high school. Some did them through YouTube. For those who would like to do it through YouTube, welcome to my channel and knock yourself out. Microsoft Word will cover creating and formatting documents using templates and styles, inserting tables, images, and hyperlinks. Under Microsoft Excel, will cover working with spreadsheets, formulas and functions, charts and data analysis. Under Microsoft Publisher, will cover creating flyers and brochures, using layouts and design tools, printing and exporting publications. Under Microsoft PowerPoint, will cover creating presentations, slides, layouts and transitions, slide layouts and transitions, adding multimedia elements, and so on and so forth. Then we have Microsoft Access Database, MS databases. We have MS Access. MS Access is the only database provided by Microsoft. One of them, not the only, but one of them, with a GUI, by the way. Introduction to databases. We also cover tables, queries, forms, and reports. And lastly, using MS Access. From there, we'll move to number systems. As you can see, the number systems on the right. What number system is that? From my guess, what can it be? It can be hexadecimal. Yes, this one looks like an hexadecimal. So binary, decimal, hexadecimal systems. You learn about them. Conversion between number systems. You'll also learn about binary arithmetic, that is addition or subtraction of binary numbers. And lastly, application of number systems in computing. From there, I'll introduce you to programming. What is programming? For now, I'm assuming that all of you watching this don't know what programming is, so that's why I've left it blank. Languages will cover, as said before, HTML, CSS, JS, Python, and C++. Writing your first program, that will also be blank, because I'll not go into details of that right now in the introductory part, but when we get to that point, we'll discuss in more details. Web development will majorly dwell on HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML to structure our web pages, CSS to style our web pages, and lastly JavaScript to add interactivity. Then we'll also have a look at Python programming language. In Python programming language, you'll have a look at the syntax and variables, control structures, if, for, while, and such like things. And lastly, functions and modules. We'll also have a look at some application of Python programming languages, like creating graphical user interfaces, web development, and such like things. And finally, we'll move to C++ programming language, where we'll have a look at the basic syntax, structure, data types and operators, control flow and functions, and from there we'll make some some small programs to solidify our understanding. What you need for this: a computer, obviously connected to the internet, basic computer skills, CG typing, just basics. It's not a must that you be a skilled typist, no, just basics computer skills. As long as you can press a button on that keyboard, we are good to go. And lastly, and most important thing, curiosity and hunger for knowledge will drive your passion and make you be better. So let's go. In future, in this channel, I'll introduce you to free and open source software. FOSS. It may be a new term to you, but this is a term that has existed for many decades now. free and open softwares like Linux and its ecosystem. When I say its ecosystem, I mean apps that run on Linux, how to use them, how to use the free version of proprietary software, using Force software as a daily driver. I do use free and open source software as my daily driver, starting from my operating system, how I made this video, and everything in between. Appreciating the power of Force and the Force community. After that, I'll be able to convince you to join the Force community where I am, and contributing to Force software, making a fast PR first. Please leave the word PR out. I'm very sure that as at now you don't know what PR is, but in future I'll be able to describe, explain, and show you what PR is, how to make your first PR. Contributing to Force software. Under contributing to Force software, welcome, take a seat, hands on keyboard, eyes on the screen. Let's work it out.